Welcome to another startup and complete car documentation. What we're looking at today is a 1998 Chevrolet K1500 Silverado extended cab.
This Chevy is painted in onyx black.
On the remote fob, you have your lock and unlock buttons. On the front door panels, you got storage areas, and you do get power windows, locks, and mirrors.
This Silverado has a gray interior with custom cloth bucket seats.
The driver's seat is partially powered. The passenger seat is mostly manually adjusted, but it still has a power lumbar support. But now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine.
The truck we have today represents the GMT400 generation of the Chevy CK and GMC Sierra pickup truck line, C models being two-wheel drive and K models being four-wheel drive. I don't know about you, but I think these are pretty iconic now, especially in terms of looks. GMT400 serves as the CK's fourth generation, and was also the last one before it was replaced in 1999 by the GMT800 Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra. These trucks debuted for 1988 to replace the outgoing third-gen line of CK trucks that hadn't been redesigned since the early 70s. In addition to the Chevy and GMC pickups, the GMT400 generation platform also provided the basis for the SUVs of its era, like your K5 Blazers, Tahoes, Yukons, Suburbans, and the like. In total, the GMT400 General Motors full-size trucks were produced in some form from model years 1988 through 2002. The GMT400 CK obviously did get numerous updates and revisions throughout its run, but we'd be here all day if I went into all the details. The most notable one, though, was the 1995 refresh, which gave it an all-new, much more modern-looking interior. Like I said before, the squared-off and crisp styling of these trucks has become instantly recognizable and truly iconic in the truck world. In fact, take a look at a 2014 and 2019 Chevy Silverado, and look closely at the outer edge of the headlights. You'll notice it appears to pay tribute to the GMT400 CK trucks. For model year 1998, your trim-level options for the Chevrolet CK pickups included the base work truck, the mid-range Cheyenne, and the range-topping Silverado like this one. You could choose between the half-ton 1500 like this one, the 3/4-ton 2500, and the 1-ton 3500. The C or K at the beginning of the name indicated whether the truck was a two-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive. There were three different body styles that year, which are the regular cab, extended cab, and the 1-ton 3500 exclusive crew cab. For the CK 1500 half-ton, you had quite the wide array of engines, including a 4.3-liter V6, a 5-liter V8, a 5.7-liter V8 like this one has, and even a 6.5-liter turbo diesel V8. Heavier-duty trucks could also be had with a behemoth 454 big block gas V8. As for transmissions, you could choose between either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic.
The instrument cluster houses 6 analog gauges, including your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, oil pressure gauge, and voltage gauge. The hazard switch is on top of the steering column. Has a leather-wrapped 4-spoke design steering wheel, and the steering wheel is tilt only. The truck's parking brake is foot operated. Got your headlight switch, climate vent for the driver. Right here is your high beam, turn signal, cruise, and wiper stalk. Got a column gear shifter. Going down the center of the interior, you have your whole radio head unit. It is AM/FM with a cassette player, and you also have a CD player. Got all the controls for your single zone climate control, your cargo lamp switch, passenger airbag switch, your electronic 4-wheel drive controls, central climate vents, 2 cup holders, got a couple of power outlets, and a lighter which doubles as a third, ashtray or more storage, this one does have bucket seats with a center console, storage, you can remove that. I believe this is to hold like CD cases, that kind of stuff. With that trademark hollow, creaky General Motors plastic. Armrests for the front seats. Only the passenger sun visor has a vanity mirror. Grab handle on that side. Auto dimming rear view. Compass. Got your overhead lighting. Got a sunglass holder. This one's also kind of weird too. Try to open that. Little, kind of like a CD case holder or something. And you gotta push that in weird. Your dome lights as well. But now we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look at the engine bay. The driver's window is automatic down. Aftermarket 16-inch chrome rims.
Powering this truck is the Chevy half-ton's top gas engine for '98, which is GM's Vortec 5700 5.7-liter naturally aspirated V8. It's a pushrod power plant with a cast iron block and heads. In this configuration, it makes 255 horsepower at 4,600 RPM and 330 pound-feet of torque at just 2,800 RPM. Power in this truck is transmitted through the optional 4-speed automatic transmission with low gear selection. And being a K1500, this one is of course a 4-wheel drive model. It runs on regular unleaded, and short bed models use a 25-gallon fuel tank. EPA estimates for trucks equipped like this one are 13 mpg in the city and 17 mpg on the highway. It has a short and long arm independent front suspension and a solid rear axle with leaf springs. Stopping the Chevy are front ventilated disc brakes and rear drum brakes. Maximum towing capacity for K1500s when properly equipped is 7,000 pounds. Curb weight varies quite a lot depending on equipment.
As you saw earlier, the fuel cap was on the driver's side. Now with this truck, to open the back door, there's only one back door on this extended cab, and that would be on the passenger side. Storage on the back door panel. Got grab handles, coat hooks. Do have 2 cup holders and a large storage area. But space back here is, well, I'm 6'1". It's not very comfortable back here, as with just about all extended cab pickups. But it's not actually the most uncomfortable extended cab back seat I've ever been in. And if you're a much, much smaller person, it actually probably ain't too bad for shorter trips. And there's an ashtray on that side, that interior panel. More storage. Got this openable rear window. Nice to have. And then these back windows you can open like vents, like that. Single exhaust.
This K1500 extended cab is a short bed model.
Nice bed liner in this one. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 1998 Chevrolet K1500. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.